Hey, first and second grade. Today we're going to talk about optical illusions, okay? So let me grab them, hold on. So optical illusions, they are always something that are fun lines that are meant to trick your eye. So like this one, for example, if you look at it long enough, it almost looks like it's moving. And so that's one of the fun things about optical illusions. They call it op art. It's sort of, you know, crazy lines that are tricking your eye a little bit. If you look at this one long enough, maybe it looks like it's almost turning some. This one's really fun. It's just a bunch of crazy dots. So optical illusions can be anything that is sort of meant to trick your eye a little bit, like these guys. You can even have pictures by like MC Escher that are showing staircases going up. Or are they going down? We don't know, depending on how the paper is turned. We don't know. He was really good at math, trying to figure out how to trick our eye, wasn't he? Another one is this really beautiful picture of a vase right here. Do you see this beautiful vase? There's the top of the vase, the middle of the vase. Or it can be two people's faces. There's one face, and there's the other face. That's kind of neat, huh? Even a simple checkerboard can be an optical illusion. So I thought it might be kind of fun if we do a checkerboard today that's real simple like this, okay? The best way to do it is to get a piece of paper, and you take your piece of paper and you fold it in half like this. Gotta line up your corners and fold it in half. Oops, okay, you see that? Then you take this half and you fold it in half again. And then you take this half and fold it in half again. That is one of the easiest ways to get your main sections. This part's a little trickier. I just want to take my paper because I only want two lines going this way, and then that'll make all my squares going the same direction. So I'm going to try to fold my paper over like this, and I'm just going to fold it in to where these squares are about the same size as those squares. Do you see that? And then I'm going to fold this one over the top of that. And now I have a paper that has all my squares the same size. You see that? So then I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to draw it out real quick. Okay? So can you see it? All right, I'm going to put it right here like this so you can see it. So I'm going to follow along the folded pages of my paper, and I'm going to put my ruler on there, and I'm going to hold it real still with my hand while I draw my first line. Then I'm going to come over to my second crease. I'm going to put my ruler on it. I'm going to hold it down really firmly so it doesn't move and draw my second line. Then I'm going to do my third line. So I got to put my ruler on my line, and then I've got to hold it really firmly and go down that way. Then I'm going to go this way horizontally. So I did my vertical lines. Now I'm doing my horizontal lines, right? And you just have to be sure and line your ruler up with the creases of your paper. Hold it really firmly so it doesn't move. And then you come across and boom, you've got the beginnings of your checkerboard. You can also do it with the square paper. I did that also with the square paper. I folded it in half, and then when I opened it out, I folded it to the middle and folded it to the middle. And then I did the same thing this way. I folded it in half, and you just fold it back to the outside edge, and then fold it back to the outside edge. So depending on what size paper you're working with, that's how you get your squares, okay? I'm gonna do it one more time with the ruler so you can really see me, because it's super easy if you just learn how to use a ruler, okay? So you find your lines one more time, and you line your ruler up, and then you're gonna come and hold your ruler really firmly, and you're gonna draw your lines. And that's how you get your lines really straight, is you've gotta hold your ruler really firmly. And as long as you do that, then, and your ruler doesn't move, then you should get some really nice squares. So by folding the paper first, that gives me my squares. And then by putting my ruler on there, I can get them perfectly square. Pretty neat, huh? Then all you're gonna do is take your marker and you're gonna go and put a little dot in every other square. So I'm gonna color this one and this one, but then I'm not gonna color the ones in between. But on the next row, I'm gonna do I'm gonna skip over and do this one and this one. And then I'm gonna come back again and do this one and this one. And then I'm gonna come back again and do this one and this one. And when I get them all the way colored, I'm not gonna color them great right this second because I want to not spend a lot of time on it while we're on camera. But I just kind of want to show you that that's kind of how you do it. First, you kind of mark it, skip one, mark it, skip one. 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 And when you get finished coloring it, you should have well, I had a sample, and here it is. That looks like this. Okay, so what's great about that is that when you get through with it, coloring it, you can also cut out something to put it on top to decorate it. Maybe you want to put a heart on top. Maybe you want to put a little swirl on top, like an optical illusion. Maybe I made these little hearts, and I'm going to have this template in the slideshow for you to see. Maybe you want to put a checkerboard heart on there. I don't know. But what I really want you to try to do today is make a checkerboard. So fold your paper, fold it again, get your ruler out, hold it on the folds, take your black marker and get your shapes, and then get your marker and turn it on the side and point your marker towards the line that you're trying to stay inside of and color your shapes. And then you want to stay really neatly inside the squares and not go outside the squares. And then when you get through, you should have an awesome checkerboard like this. Okay, guys, have fun with it and watch the video on slide 1 about optical illusions. Okay, bye.